first story is about a man named Nate who came to our show to reveal a secret to his fiancée, Veda. And it was one of the first times we had ever heard this type of confession. Watch.
The secret is I cheated on my fiancée with her mother.
Tell me about your relationship with him.
I love him, and that's why it hurts me so bad that he's keeping the secret from me.
Baby, you know I love you, right? I slept with your mother.
Don't touch me. I swear to God, you better not touch me. You said with my mother? It could be anybody else. Why I have to be my mom? No, that's my man. Why? No, don't touch me. You slept with my mother? You could at least been gay. I could have accepted that. I didn't mean to do this to you. I'm sorry. I'm your daughter, man. I know you are. I didn't do it on purpose. This would never happen again. I know it ain't gonna happen again. I know not to never bring another man around you.
After that appearance, we updated Veda and Nate, and they chose to stay together. And she even forgave her mother, Elaine. But now, recently, we talked to Nate. He says 15 years later, they're no longer together. On most paternity episodes, the mother of children like to highlight the physical traits that the dad, and the child have in common. I mean, Kim was furious with her ex-boyfriend, Steve, and his new wife, Sharon, for denying Kim's son, Dylan. The physical trait that Kim pointed out had a little bit of sting to it. Watch.
They have the same little penis.
They have the same little penis?
Yes. He kicked me out when I was 2 months pregnant.
2 months pregnant.
Told me it was a black man's child.
Now, what's he done for you?
Nothing.
You say it doesn't look like you. She says not only does it look like you, but the private parts are the same. Steve, you are the father. You're not going to have anything to do with this child?
No, well, sure, he is the father, so am I a whore? No!
Yeah, you still are one.
Stay out of my life! You're not the one in my life!
Shortly after that episode, we spoke to Kim, and she claimed Steve had not stepped up and was still denying Dylan. 15 years ago, we met a woman named Lindsey, who was determined to prove to her ex-boyfriend, Marcus, that he was the father of her then 5-month-old daughter, Sage. You see, Marcus was convinced that Lindsey had cheated on him and actually claimed that baby Sage was too fat to be his daughter. Take a look.
Marcus started denying our baby and kicked us out in the middle of the night when she was only 3 months old.
Are you hurt because he kicked you out, or are you hurt because you found him with a girl?
I'm hurt because he left his daughter.
At 2 months old, what does he say?
He started saying she was too fat to be his.
Lindsey is a liar, and she cheated on me while we were together. This fat baby looks nothing like me. I'm skinny. I have other children, and she doesn't look anything like them. What? Just because I'm a good man? What? Every time we fight, you know what you did to me? You tell me, oh, I'm going to take my baby to the real dad's house.
Oh,
yeah.
said
Go.
that.
In the case of 5-month-old Sage, Marcus, you are the father.
That's it. You're going to get money from me. That's all you ever wanted.
As we just saw, Marcus was extremely angry. But now, okay, 15 years have gone by. What happens to these families long after the results? We're going to find out. Everybody, please welcome Lindsey, Marcus, and now 15-year-old Sage. You made a decision after the show, didn't you?
I decided that this was my daughter, and I was going to take care of her.
So, when you all went back home, things happened, right?
Yeah, eventually we reconciled, and it lasted 11 days.
11 days.
But through that 11 days, we had our second daughter. We found a way throughout the years to co-parent together, and I dare say he's my friend.
And he became a different guy when it came to
Completely
being
different.
a parent.
If he says he's gonna do something, he does it.
And you're all smiles, right?
Yeah.
Did you take a look at that baby picture when it came out?
I did.
How about that? How would you describe your relationship with Sage now?
The last couple of years, she's been living with me, and we've been growing together. She's
So-
helped me grow as a father.
Yeah.
And
Tell me about that, Sage, because you had to make a decision about where you wanted to live.
And it was a really good decision. Moving in with my dad was a really vital thing for me.
So, Marcus, tell all those men out there who had your initial reaction after being accused of being the father of a child when they didn't think they were the father. What would you tell them?
you got to love your kids. You can be angry at the situation, but you can't be angry at your kids. I mean, you made them, you need to raise them. You know, there's a lot of fathers out there who take their anger out on their children between the relationship with your ex. And it doesn't matter how bad the relationship with your ex is, you got to make it work for them.
This next story, it even goes farther back than 2004. It goes back to 2001. 17-year-old Jennifer wanted to prove to her ex-boyfriend Josh that he was the father of her son Jordan. And then, in a shocking twist, Josh's own brother Robert claimed he could be baby Jordan's dad. Watch.
You never slept with Robert?
Never.
They called the show and tried to make me look like a hoe, and it's not even like that.
And you never slept with Robert?
For the record, I can't stand Jennifer. What kind of girl sleeps with two brothers?
I don't know if this baby's mine or not, but I want it to be.
The timing matches up. I slept with her around the same time she got pregnant. I don't want this baby to be mine. I want it to be Joshua's.
If this baby is mine, it's gonna break my heart.
Do you think this is your child?
I want it to be my child, but I have doubts because he said he slept with her.
But she says she never slept with him.
Well, that's
lying. She's lying. It's plain and simple. She's lying. You had sex, Jennifer. If there's a chance that baby is mine, and you have kept that from me for a year and 7 months,
You're a
and
liar,
I watched
man.
my nephew grow up
You're a
as
liar.
my... Come on, man. That's
Josh, you are not the father of 19-month-old Jordan. Robert, you are the father of 19-month-old.
I'm about to pass out, boy.
Okay, sit down, sit down.
I love you, the father, man. I love you, dog. Is he the father? Oh, my God.
We've tried to track down these brothers, but so far we haven't had any luck. So Josh, Robert, if you're watching, please give us a call. We'd love to hear how you're doing. In 2004, a 25-year-old woman named Heather wanted DNA proof that a man named Cliff was her biological father. Now, Cliff refused to be part of Heather's life because he was positive that Heather was not his child.
Growing up without a father was very hard for me. I tried to be a part of Cliff's life all these years, and he treated me like I was nothing.
How often would you see him?
I haven't seen him since I was, I think, 6, 7.
You haven't?
No.
What happened when you were 14?
My life was hard when I was...
You left home?
When I was growing up. My life was really rough. I should have had a father to call on when I needed something.
Heather's mother cheated on me and had a bad reputation, and there was no way I was going to take her word alone that Heather was my child.
So you've always had these strong doubts as to whether you were the father, right?
Yes, I have.
If we show that you're the father, do you have any idea of the ways that you might be able to make it up to Heather?
All I can do is ask for her forgiveness, and hopefully she'll let me be a part of her life.
That's what I want more than anything. My babies need a grandfather.
In the case of Heather, now 25 years old, Cliff, you are the father. All right.
So 15 years have passed since that paternity test result. Was Cliff able to accept Heather into his life? Did they spend the last decade and a half building a father-daughter bond? Guess what? They're both here. We're going to find out. All right. Let's go back, Cliff. Go back 15 years. You admit that the show kind of changed.
Oh, I did, Murray. Now I got a relationship with her, and I thank you very much. When I talk about her to my friends and stuff, I call her my Maury daughter.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
That's the way it is.
You know, this is why we do these DNA shows, because in a significant amount of cases, people like you turn your lives around and accept these young children into your lives.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
I'm sure before we found out, you had this idea of what a father could be for you, right?
Yes, I did.
How'd he turn out?
Like a dream come true.
Really?
Yes.
just, you've given me a family. So thank you.
You are not the father.